Okay, today we're going to review again on how to find the scale factor, the letter K. So I'm going to look at the picture I have here, and I'm going to identify this is my original and this is my new. And how I know that is because it has the little tiny line, the prime sign. So the original is up here, it's the big one, the new one's the small one, so that means it's a reduction. So we're going to look at finding the scale factor. And to find the scale factor, we're going to do a ratio of just say no. And that is your new over your original. The new over the original. So let's find some ordered pairs. And we started with A, and since we have the new one on top, let's do A prime on top. So I have my ordered pair for A prime is 2. I go across to 2, and then I go up to the 5. So it's 2, 5. My original one, A was at, X is at 4, and the Y is at 10. Okay, so now let's set that up in this ratio. I'm going to take the X values first. I have 2 over 4. Now, the fact that this is a reduction, I know that's going to be less, that K will need to be a less than 1. So that means it will be either a decimal looking answer or a fraction. Okay? It's going to be a decimal or a fraction. Okay? So I've got my ordered pair 2 over 4. 2 divided by 4. If I do that, it's a fraction. Just 2 divided by 4 would be 0.5. Or if I just simplify the fraction, it's 1/2. So in this case, my scale factor is 1/2. And I can be written as a fraction or as a decimal. Down here, let's try, this was for the X value. Let's try it for the Y value. So if this was X prime and this is X, let's do it for Y prime and Y. So Y prime would be 5. Y original would be 10. And look there again, it simplifies to 1/2. Because the scale factor has to be the same for both the X and the Y. The rule written algebraically would look like 1/2 of your original X and 1/2 of your original Y. So that would be your algebraic rule. So let's look at how this looks here. If I have the original 10, and now at C I have an original 5, how did I get from 10 to 5? I did half of it. So I multiplied 10 times 1/2 and I got 5. I could do it this way too. D. If I looked at D, that's 6. D here is at 3. What's half of 6? Half of 6 is 3. There's my answer there. So that's my scale factor. So in this case, the scale factor equaled 1/2. There's even another way to look at that. If you can count a side measurement. Look here, B to C, or the new one. The original was 2 long. Oh, that's sorry. The new one was 2 long. The original one is 1, 2, 3, 4 long. So that, if I wrote that as a ratio, I would write it as the new over the original. The new side was 2. The original side was 4. Once again, simplify that, I get to 1/2. So therefore, again, K equals 1/2. So you can do it with the ordered pairs, or you can do it with a side measurement. Okay, let's look at one more real quick. Okay, identifying my original, let's do R. My original R, my new R. Okay, looking at the object, I can see that this one started out small. It went to big because this is the prime, so this would be an enlargement. Let's find out what our K factor is. We know that if it's an enlargement, then K has to be greater than 1. So our answer in the end has to be bigger than 1. Let's look for ordered pairs. Remember we just said new over original. So my prime, my R prime, ordered pair would be 3 and 3. My original R ordered pair would be 1 and 1. So if I take just the X prime over X, I get 3 over 1. 3 divided by 1 gets me 3. Let's try and see if that's the same for Y. Y prime over Y, that's also 3 over 1. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So my scale factor equals 3. That makes sense. 3 is larger than 1, so your scale factor is bigger than 1. If we want to do it with the fun side measurements, I can't use P to Q because I can't count that measurement. But I could use R to Q. R to Q on the original one is 2. R to Q prime on the new improved one is, let's count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So think about this. What do I need to multiply 2 by to get to 6? What was our scale factor? 3. So 2 times 3 will equal 6. So my scale factor, again, is 3. So that's just another way to look at it.